Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. It's Wednesday. It's 5 p.m. It's your favorite show. Back a blood clot again. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We're here to talk about Liverpool versus Arsenal this weekend. We're going to be touching on the Isak saga. It hasn't been resolved yet. Hincapie to Arsenal is going to happen soon. And we're going to talk about the fact that Leeds got slapped in back-to-back games. There's a reason that bald fraud Joe is hiding. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide, Joe. Let me call Joe right now. Let me cook him right now on the intro. Let me cook him right now. They lost to Sheffield Wednesday yesterday, by the way. They lost to Sheffield Wednesday. You know who missed the penalty? Calvert-Lewin missed the penalty. Joe's favorite player. There you are. There you are. Lou, you know, that super chat on the terrace, I don't appreciate it. You saying even Hussam. The fact that you had to stress it's me shows me that deep down I am your favorite and you're a fraud. How about that? You get me? Don't make me bring Samuel up in this stream. Anyway, speaking of frauds, joining us first and foremost, the man, the myth, the legend, the rage baiter. Man like Wolfie's in the building. How do you doing, Wolfie, mate?
Assalamu alaikum, man. How are you? I'm good. Busy.
I'm glad you're
good.
Brother.
Busy.
Did you play
good.
Carabao Cup yesterday? Genuine question.
Bro, a team of European pedigree doesn't mess around in these matches against amateur teams like Joe played. Because technically Joe played an amateur team because they're not getting paid, are they? Sheffield Wednesday right now. So
Respect.
Leeds lost to an amateur team. Let's be real here. That's what happened. But no, to answer your question, I may have a look at the draw tonight, but I got my draw on Friday, European draws and all that. So, is it Champions League draw on Friday?
Thursday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I need to schedule that in for this time next year. Okay, I hear it.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Ty. Thank you. I always redeem myself, Habibi. That's what we do. That's what we do, Habibi. Don't mess with Hussam. I always cook Mo on that show, by the way. That's just what I do. Like, Mo tries to rage bait me and then he just leaves with egg on his face because I have that calm presence. You get me? That's the thing when you're toxically masculine, you're just calm. You get
By the
me?
way, I just gotta ask you, has Joe only got one ear?
Joe?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was just looking at his picture that you've got, like, up there. He's only got one ear, bro. Like, what you done to his other ear?
Wait, let's look at it together. Okay, the other ear is covered by the gold color.
All right, so he hasn't cut it off already. All right, let's just check. I was worried for a second.
Nope, he hasn't cut it off.
Is he
anyway,
here?
This guy's cut off all the boat trips and the yacht trips to be here today with us. You get me? So I appreciate him. Ashraf couldn't make it because it's his daughter's birthday today. So happy birthday to his daughter as well. We say that from this channel. Joining us on the channel is the biggest gaslighting fraud in the chat, but he's joining us on the panel today. Wolfie, can you call Joe as I'm introducing him, please? You have UK number. Yeah, you have access. See? Man like Martin is in the building. How's it, Martin?
Yeah, not bad for a gaslighting fraud, but takes one to know one. And I'd appreciate it if you update my picture on the side so that I don't look like Ash, but it's fine. I can be Ash for the day.
Hey, that's on Vel right there. I'm innocent. I don't make thumbnails. You get me? That's completely on Vel. So big up Vel for that right there. That's on Vel. I'm innocent. Anyway, big up to all of you guys locked in. Big up to Stringer Belland. What a name. A real life human being said Welbeck is better than Salah and meant it. We need to start shaming people for publicly like this. Listen, I love Lee, but I've told him this privately and I've said it publicly. I think this is the worst take in YouTube history. Like in the history of this platform, you claiming Welbeck is better than Salah is worse than anything anyone said in history of football YouTube. Like,
wait, who said that?
Not League Hunter said that.
He still believes it too.
You can dislike Salah aesthetics all you want, but what we're not gonna do is Welbeck is better than him. That's just the worst.
Danny well crap, man. Like seriously,
yeah, crazy. Big up to Becky, who says big up Osam. I'll be on the game on the weekend. Becky, can you tell me your Anfield record? I would like to just test the waters. You get me? So tell me what your Anfield record is. I'm trying to find out. Anyway, I think Joe will be joining us in a bit. Before we start off, that's why we're going to postpone the Arsenal segment a little bit. Before we start off, guys, we got 1,000 people in the building already. We haven't even started the stream yet. Please do make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. And as I always say, look, guys, you guys always ask me after the stream ends, where can I find this guy? Where can I find that guy? All the links is in the description. I've always said this. Every single link is always in the description. Go give every single one of them a subscribe. Which channel you want me to put for you, Mr. Martin? Because you hate on Scott now.
Just send them like a dead link to like a meme webpage or something. There's no contacting me. The only way to find me is on Mo and Sam show, and even then, I'm sometimes not a willing guest. I'm there against that.
True. Anyway, regardless, thank you for joining me, Martin. I appreciate you. Big up to all the mods in the chat as well. Make sure you guys are pushing the likes and stuff like this. Let's go. So Liverpool 3-2 win away at Newcastle. Rodrygo Moa with the winner. And after that, Jamie Rubin and a delegation of owners and higher-ups at Newcastle met with Isak, and his message has not changed. He's refused to sign a contract, and he wants to leave Newcastle Football Club. Martin, I haven't worked with you in a while, so I haven't heard your opinion on this. So talk to me about the game and the off-the-pitch stuff.
Well, the game was just a typical... I don't know, you guys like doing this. You guys... Was it 19 points you made from losing positions last season? You've carried on exactly where you left off. That's 3 games in a row when you've conceded 2 goals with a 2-goal lead. Is that right? And this time was with 10 men. So other people would be saying unsustainable or too emotional, or you're relying on you're using up all of your juice too early on in the season. But I do think it's a case of you guys needing to sign a few more players. But I stress a few more players. So this whole Isak thing, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I think that, if we were trying to sign Isak and he was doing this stuff, I'd probably be like, just hurry up and get it done. But at the end of the day, I think it's a messy situation. I said this on Mo's yesterday. There's almost it's a lose-lose now for everyone. Liverpool might get their man in the end, but the whole thing was left like a dirty taste in everyone's mouth. And if Isak goes and starts playing again for Newcastle, that's a really weird situation for all the Geordie fans that now probably stalk him in the streets and boo his ass. So, he'd have to do a complete 180. He really needs to go to PSG or something and start a whole new career, because this thing's so messy, in my opinion. But you guys will probably get Isak. You'll probably get Gahey. Do I think it's enough for the season? No.
I would say more dangerous things have happened, like Sol Campbell before. I mean, moving from Spurs to Arsenal is way worse.
Well, but
that'll be the equivalent of Isak moving to Sunderland, basically. Way worse.
Sol Campbell did send shockwaves through the whole football community, but I think he just burned his bridges and then he pieced out. He didn't hang around. Isak burned his bridges and then just hung out in the castle with no power to free himself. So I think you guys are going to have to pull the wallet out and go for 130 to 140 range, and then Newcastle might eventually see some kind of win, some kind of silver lining. When you guys lost Coutinho, you guys didn't want to lose Coutinho, right? You were like, why does he want to leave to Barcelona? But the only thing that softened it for you was the Coutinho money, which you guys lived off for 5 seasons or something. So Newcastle have to kind of, I guess, lick their wounds. If they're not going to be tough and hold Isak to his word and force him to play in the reserves, they're going to have to just say, we'll take a profit and go buy someone else. And they're trying with everyone, but they're doing a bit of a Tottenham in the transfer market where it doesn't matter how much money you got, people don't necessarily want to go there.
Is it fair at this point in time to say that Newcastle screwed Newcastle? Is it fair to say this at this point?
No.
I don't agree with the chain of events that's public. I don't understand that Isak would be saying that he got betrayed by Newcastle, because there's no way Newcastle would agree to let him go for 100 million before the season's over and be completely surprised that he doesn't want to play for them. The whole scenario seems just weird. And there's no way they wouldn't give him a new contract. I know that they lost Staveley, whatever, but the new guy should have just been okay, Isak's our most valuable asset. Let's give him a pay rise, keep him happy, so that we don't have other clubs sniffing around, which they knew other clubs would be sniffing around Isak. And I think you guys had some pre-agreement during the end of last season where Isak knew that he had a place to go if he started kicking up a stink. Because he doesn't do this on his own without some kind of communication with Liverpool that, come at me, come get me, It was a plea. So Liverpool did really smart work. They destabilized Newcastle's best striker before they played him at St. James's Park. and you may get away with a guy at the end of the day. So it could be quite a coup. But if you end up without him and you waste all this time and got no one, that's gross negligence on the other side. So I guess we'll see.
This has dragged on too long, and I still maintain my position. If Liverpool had gone 120 plus 20 a month ago, he'd be wearing a red shirt now. I don't think it's that deep. It's like, put the offer that they'll accept, do the negotiations, and just move it on, man. I'm so bored of this Isak. I'd rather talk about the game. I thought that was the first football match I've watched in a long time where I was entertained.
I thought you'd change your mind, Wolfie, honestly, after this last 48 hours.
On what?
I mean, like Newcastle screwing Newcastle. I thought you'd actually go like they've actually messed up big time here.
Look, I don't think Newcastle have messed up, and I don't think they've done this right. I don't think anyone has. I just think until that offer comes in, I think it'll be 120 plus 20.
I can hear a fan in the background, by the way, or something like really loud.
Got mine? Gone?
Yes, it's gone now. Yes.
Great. Now I'm going to be hot. Anyway.
No, it's not gone. It's still there. Let me try to mute Martin.
Is it me?
Okay, try to talk now.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's still there, so it's not Martin, but it's not the fan. It's something else.
Hold on. Let me just check my sound settings.
Yes, probably your audio.
Audio. What about now? Testing.
Now
Stopped.
Yes. Well, what was it?
I don't know. I just switched the
now it's back
audio
again.
channel. Wait, is it my camera fan? What about now? Is it gone?
Yes, I think.
It's gone.
Yes, it's
all
gone.
right. Okay. Well, if my
Okay,
camera
go ahead. So why? So you really didn't change your mind on the whole like? It's probably Newcastle messed up at this moment in time.
No, I would say where Newcastle messed up was when Ekitike was on the line. That's where I would say they messed up. If they let Isak go, but again, still you would argue that Liverpool didn't offer the right amount for them to accept. So I think there's fault on all parts here. I think the biggest fault for me is Isak. He should have just carried on playing and just been professional about it. So that's what I'd say. But I'm bored of it, bro. Like, I honestly, the updates I get from it is when we sit down and talk here, because I know we're going to talk about Isak on this show. Might as well call this the Isak panel and discuss it. It's boring. It's boring. I'd much rather talk about the game. The game was such a good game. It was old school, two teams. It's the first time for ages where I've seen just two teams go at it. Both sides, 10 men or not, they were going for it, playing good football, aggressive football. I'll be honest with you, I've not been impressed with any team so far in the Premier League where I've said that team is already fully ticking, fully on song and everything like that. But I want to see more games like that. I don't like these games where you've got one team dominating, coming up against a low block, and then that team's going to counter attack, and that team that's dominating is just passing sideways to sideways. That was proper football, man. It was a throwback to like 15, 20 years ago when football was entertaining to watch. Now it's just over tactics, over analyzing it.
It's funny you say that though, because the ball was in for like 40 minutes out of the whole 95 or 99 or something, and there was a lot of long throws and corners going on. But it was very
it's old school, Martin. It's old school. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's old school. Just play football, man. Just play football.
Yeah.
The thing is, Newcastle scored both of their goals, one from a set piece and the other one from a long throw. So, like,
yeah, but that's not something that's disallowed in football. Like this whole tag about Arsenal.
I'm not saying it's disallowed. But
I'm just saying it's an element of the game. Do you know what I mean? There was.
I'm talking about the whole 40% in play thing. Like that's my thing. It was because of all the long throw-ins and set pieces.
Yeah, but when the ball's in for
on.
longer, it's all sideways and backwards passing. Do you know what I mean? When the ball was in, there was action, man. There was strong tackles. There was that aggressive air about it. It was just enjoyable to watch, man. Just to sit back and just watch a football match and see it play out. You were very lucky, very like I don't know where they got 11 minutes from, but it was a good
probably from all the stoppages in game, mate. Probably from all the 500 long throws and set pieces and a player diving at every opportunity. Don't tell me where they got the 11 minutes from. Have some shame. Have some shame.
Calm down. I'm
They
saying it
gave
doesn't
5
matter.
minutes at a time for Arsenal Leeds. Imagine.
I just said it doesn't matter because they put the number up, so Newcastle knew there was 11 minutes. It's
Thank
not
you.
like
Be
old
honest,
school
then.
Fergie
Be
times.
honest.
Yeah, but I thought 11 was a bit excessive to what we see in this day and age, right?
I predicted 25 minutes, so 11 was like way below.
No, that's what I'm saying. We could have played a whole other half and it would have made sense, bro.
But no, it was a good game. It was enjoyable to watch. You defensively, there is some doubts there. I think it's going to be interesting to see how you two play it out this weekend. In that match, who's going to be the aggressor, who's going to look to counterpunch. I don't think we'll see a game like we saw on Monday. I think it goes back to boring football again, but I don't think this decides
No
a
game with
title either
Arsenal
way.
will ever be entertaining. That's just the truth.
Yeah, but if you say that to an Arsenal fan who just won 5-0 and they beat Man U at Old Trafford 1-0 and they're sitting on 6 points with no goals conceded, you think they care?
Yeah, but we're talking about entertainment. We're not talking
It's
about
not my
results.
job to entertain rivals. So, as long as I get my
I
3
know.
points and I'm out there, I don't really give it a toss. But yeah, look, we could be more free-flowing and swashbuckling and let people get into our box and have shots and do all that stuff. We don't do it. Unfortunately, we're really good at defending, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So.
Yeah, and also,
So speaking of this Liverpool Arsenal game, guys, before we move on, big up to everyone who's locked in. We got 1,300 people in here, guys. We're not even at 200 likes yet. What is this like ratio? Like, we're about to talk about the biggest game this weekend, Liverpool v Arsenal. Not even at 200 likes. Every single one of you, please close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so, and go subscribe to everyone on the panel. All the links are in the description. So please close the live chat, hit the like button, continue to enjoy the show because we ain't even at 200 likes yet. Have some shame. So anyway, let's ignore this whole Isak thing then, and let's do what Mr. Wolfie wants us to do, which is speak on the Liverpool versus Arsenal game. So
1 second.
let's go to a neutral first. Let him speak first before me and Martin. Oh, nice.
I
The
think
neutral
his
just left.
camera overheated or something.
Great. So, hi, Martin. Oh, he's
Hey, man.
back. He's back. Hello, Wolfie.
And
bro.
someone calls my WhatsApp video, it crashes my car. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, fairs. Anyway, talk to me, Wolfie. We'll start with you since you're the neutral. How do you think the game is going to pan out this Sunday? What do you expect? What do you think?
I don't know. Look, I think Liverpool will get it over the line. I'm calling 2-1 on this game. But the way the two teams have started, we only have a small sample size, so I'm just basing it on what we've seen. I think Arsenal's approach to a title or a title run, this game approach is more effective than what Liverpool are doing. I think this whole Kevin Keegan rules will score one more than you. It will eventually come back to bite Liverpool in the ass. Now, I don't think that's by design. I know Slot came out after your first game or whatever it was and said, yeah, we just want to be entertaining. We're not going to change our style and what have you. Championships are one with defenses to start with.
When did Slot say that?
He said it after. Who did you play for? Bournemouth.
Bro, Slot said we need to keep more clean sheets.
No, after Bournemouth, he was like, I like this aggressive, entertaining football. He said it.
Yeah, but he said we need to keep more clean sheets. He said we can't go on defending like this. Slot actually himself has called out the Liverpool defending. He has.
I don't know. I heard what I heard from his post-match interview. I was sitting there watching it. But it was after the Bournemouth match. I'm sure he said it. And I respect it. Like, from a person not supporting either team to watch an entertaining game, I'd quite like to see Liverpool continue to do that. Yeah, it's entertaining. But if we're talking about championship, one, I don't think this decides anything. But I think that for me, Arsenal should go to Anfield to win. Because that makes a statement. That says we're serious this early in the season. If Arsenal go there and be serious, and they can win at Anfield, I do think they're putting together a decent squad despite Arteta. My issue is that I think Arteta, if you offered him a point now at Anfield, would take it. And this goes back to my fundamental issue with Arteta, that I don't think he would be prepared to lose on this weekend for the sake of winning. You know what I mean? Not put the risk to win the match, knowing that the cost could be a loss. I think he's still too conservative that he will look at this and think 1 point is a good point. And I'm not arguing that 1 point is or isn't a good point. My point here is what a statement it would be from Arsenal if they went to the current champs' backyard, took 3 points off them, and said, we are serious this season, I don't think Arteta will set up like that, though. I think they will be solid defensively. They will look to, get a couple of chances here and there, look to get the set pieces and things which have been extremely effective for Arsenal. And I say that in a good way. I think set pieces are a tool that you should have. Every team should be copying what Arsenal.
Specifically, we've been shit at defending them too. We have been shit at defending them as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, and everyone knows how these set pieces are setting up. They're overloading on the back side of the stick. They're gonna rush in between the lines. They're gonna lock the keeper down. It's what's coming.
Yeah. There's no knocking the keeper down going on. There's a little bit tickling going
on.
Lock
the keeper down.
Lock him. Okay.
Yeah. So there's all of that. I would just love to see Arsenal put a statement out this weekend and just say we're serious and go for the win. And you know what? If Arsenal went to win,
why would you love it? I thought you dislike Arsenal.
I don't dislike Arsenal, bro. I dislike.
You told me you hate Man U, you hate Spurs,
and that's it.
And you hate the Derby.
And Derby, yeah, and Sheffield United. Those are
the three clubs. Wait, you hate Sheffield United, not Wednesday.
No, I don't mind Wednesday. I hate Sheffield United, bro. 2003, whole other story. I hate Sheffield United, right? But what was I said? Yeah. So I look, if Forest aren't going to win this, I want to see a tight title race. But I also do remember my son supports Arsenal. I would like to see him be happy for once.
Bad parenting right there.
It has been bad. It's called you support who you want, man. Like I tried to take him to
the heart wants what the heart wants. You don't want to.
That's the problem,
bro. I took him to a Forest game. My two boys took him once. They fell asleep, man. I was like, okay, this ain't.
You ain't Arab enough, Wolfie. You get me?
I can't even get my daughter into football at all.
You're back home. It's different.
Back home, it's like wallahi Allah.
Wallahi.
Careful culture,
man. No choice, Habibi. What do you mean? You're telling me there's a choice. There ain't no choice. My son gonna be a Liverpool fan. I'm gonna put it in his milk, bro. I'm gonna put the crest in his fucking milk, bro. Ain't no
imagine
choice.
He's a United fan. That'd be hilarious.
You're gonna brand them.
Yeah, imagine he's a United fan. Imagine he's not my son.
Yeah, someone's saying I hate Bournemouth as well. I do dislike Bournemouth, but I don't want to dislike them.
That's more like bogey team, you know?
Yeah,
it's like Martin disliking West Ham or
exactly.
Whatever.
They're pathetic, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I would like, for the sake of this race, I would like to see Arsenal win this one. And I've got nothing against Liverpool, no matter how much your chat wants to cry and stuff. I don't really care. As long as Man U don't win it, fine by me, right? I don't care. But I
promise you United ain't winning it, so you're good, brother.
Yeah, but I want to see a proper title race. I want to see a couple of things I want to see this season. Arteta stops being a pussy. I want to see Slot under pressure in a title charge with challengers where if they play at 2 p.m., if the other team plays at 2 p.m., that overtakes Liverpool at 4 p.m., Liverpool have to win. That kind of thing. I want to see how Slot handles it. I think he can handle it, but we want to see that. And then I just want to see these teams at the top wanting to go for it. So maybe I'm a football old school way, but that's what I want. So I just don't think, going back to this game, that Arteta has the mentality in him to say, I am prepared to lose this weekend to try and win the game. I will happily take a point. And that, for me, if I see that mentality, that's when Arteta, for me, is still 100%.
Doesn't that go counter to like just normal, like even if, okay, you say you're into old school football. Fergie used to say, you go away, you draw, you come home, you win, you take the league, right? That's, you go to your opposition's place, you get a draw, you survive, you come out of there, and you beat them when you get them home.
Liverpool, but he would say that about Champions League two-legged ties, wouldn't he? Not the Premier League.
Well, he was saying that for the league, like to win the league. You just go away, you draw at the worst, you come home, you win all your games at home. But regardless, 3 years we haven't lost at Anfield, and I'm very happy about that. And if that is the bare minimum, that us not losing, then for sure I'm going to take that every time. I'm in a title race against these guys, and this is the time when they have the advantage over us, and we have injuries to three of our starting attackers, right? So,
don't do the injury things. We're in game week 2, man. You're gonna bring the game.
We're in game week 2, and I've already lost Odegaard, Saka, and Kai for unknown disclosed period, right? So
we've asked the Arsenal fans all summer. I'm not turning
this into an injury excuse. I'm putting the context in that. Look, it's not realistic to want to go to Anfield, open up, play sexy football, entertain Wolfie, and lose. Like, it's not part of our plan, the title race, and it's nothing to do with the manager being boring or whatever. you're an adult, you're mature, you're saying you can't beat us. That's the worst that's going to happen. And you haven't beaten us in 3 years in Anfield. And that team that we lost with was like Cedric Suarez and Alexander Lacazette. It's like a complete disconnect from where we are now. So, look, I do expect us to go there and take the football game to them. I do expect us to take risks and run a high line and let Salah do all that silly stuff that he does where he likes to destroy us. I mean, we've had Zinchenko there for most of the times we've played you guys. And if that's not like some kind of ludicrous attacking move against Salah, then I don't know what is, because you're basically inviting their best player to take on your worst defender for the whole game, just so you can do some passes through the midfield. So, look, I know you've got it in against Arteta, and it's fashionable now to say, oh, I don't think Arteta's going to get over the line, and everyone wants to be proven right on that one. We don't know. The jury's out. He's got the best squad in the league as far as like depth is concerned. Maybe not starting 11, but yeah, there's no excuses now to not win the league. And it's going to be a bit boring talking about Arteta this season, because you can't put any more pressure on a person that is already under the most pressure in the league. Like, it's just not possible. So we just need to like, what?
You just said you've got the best squad depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, your opening gambit was Saka's out, Odegaard's out, etc. Like, isn't that the point?
Incongruous. We don't have the best starting 11, I don't think, because I think Liverpool have that. But we have the best depth now because we just bought 10 players and we've got 3 youth players coming through. Like, there's no excuses for injuries, but like, it's still not our best team going out there on the weekend. We never seem to have our best team when we play Liverpool. It's always there's something crucial out. It's generally Saka or there's Gabriel or whatever, right? So it's annoying, but you just got to.
We have our starting right back out, as an example. We have our starting right back out, who will be very important, like in terms of like the way that he plays. I mean, Frimpong's already
compared to like Saka, Odegaard, and Havertz.
Hear me out. Frimpong's already played against Eze at Wembley, and he had a good game. People actually came out to Wembley criticizing Kirkes, not Frimpong, funnily enough.
Kirkes.
Yeah, well, I haven't said you guys don't have injuries. I'm not saying that it's a disadvantage us. I'm just saying it's not great timing for us at the start of the season to already have three big injuries to some of our players. But
are you sure Odegaard won't play?
I'm not making excuses.
I think he will. Yeah. Odegaard is fit, no?
He looked like he did his shoulder, like it was like a shoulder impact injury. So I don't know whether it's like a collarbone or it's a.
I heard he was going to be okay. I heard Saka.
Yeah, I heard he's going to play this Sunday. I know Saka won't play. We agree, but Odegaard, I think, is going to play.
Wait, who's the third injury? Who's the third injury?
And even if Saka doesn't play,
unknown period.
Havertz, bro. We really didn't have it.
Yeah, gyokeres is there though. So gyokeres
he is there, yeah, but
yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
These are
you saying with the whole Saka stuff, you were one of the people that said Madueke is a good backup.
Yeah. So I said that we have injuries, I also said there's no excuses.
Thank you.
Like that's what
you're saying. What you want to hear. Thank you.
I'm not saying that this is why we might not win. I'm just saying it's not ideal. Maybe we have to go there and like get a draw, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm sorry, Wolfie. It may not be that entertaining for you, but like
I'm not saying be entertaining, bro. I'm saying win. You don't need to entertain to win.
Win. I would love it. But sometimes you have to like then open up the chance that you're going to lose.
Exactly.
And that's way more destructive in the title race. Like what happened last season? We lost the league in like the first month or two, right? Like we were never close from then on. It was never really a title race. So I don't know. I think it's just more important.
I think your draws last year is what cost you the title. Like I'm pretty sure you drew double figures last year, didn't you?
I think it was a lot. Yeah, it was like 13 or something. But it wasn't the draws against Liverpool that cost us. It was the draws against like a Fulham or a West Ham or Crystal Palace or something. But
yeah, but that's my point. That's the
mentality.
That's where I just feel he doesn't. He takes a point over trying to win and risking a loss. I don't see Scott being that kind of guy.
To be honest, I don't think we had the players last season to get through the competitions that we wanted to win, and it proved out that we would end up with like nothing left by the Champions League semi-final. So we've got no excuses.
You're not giving me the vibe, bro, that there's any chest behind what you're saying. Like, I would like to see the Arsenal fans coming on here saying, we're going to Anfield, we're coming back with 3 points. We are going to win this league. We are favourites for it. Not favourites, but in your mind, you believe that you should be winning this league.
That's why Muhammad is saying excuses to Arsenal. Here we go. Signed for 5 years. Bro, listen, that's the thing. Like, you can't say it's not ideal and then say there's no excuses, Martin. You can't play both sides. Like, No, but because if you're saying there are no excuses, by definition, injuries don't matter. Literally, by definition.
I'm saying it's not ideal, but there's no excuses for like not winning the league. It's like it's more pressure on Arteta than anyone else to win the league. I've accepted that before we bought Eze or whatever, right? So what I'm saying is not ideal is because Odegaard and Saka are our like 90% of our attack, right? So we're putting in Wanyeri and Madueke, who've never played together more than like 15 minutes, and we're going to Anfield and going, yeah, let's go attack, like let's have fun. Like,
hello, Eze.
Eze may not even be starting. I don't know. Like he's had one day with the team. What do you want from him?
If Eze doesn't start, Arteta's crazy. Eze's fit. He's played like 3 games on the trot.
He doesn't know the team. He doesn't like. We don't even know where he's playing. I'm not saying
None
that I
of the teams
wouldn't
till
start
13,
him.
bro.
I don't expect him to come in and like.
There's
light
no
it
way
up.
Eze doesn't start. I'm expecting Eze to start Sunday.
Well, doesn't that say something? When we've just signed someone and we have to start them like 2 days later. There's no like warm up period. There's no like welcome to the team. Just like here's your jersey. Get on the pitch. You're going to be.
If you signed Mbappe tomorrow.
Speaking of welcome to the team, Wolfie, guess why he wasn't here? He fell asleep. There you go. I fell asleep watching Leeds versus Sheffield.
Did he watch a rerun of the game yesterday?
He's here. He's here all of a sudden. Hello, Mr.
Sorry,
Joe.
man. I'm sorry. Sorry. I turn up as well. Like I'm really, really sorry. I've just woke up watching.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I watched
Can you just turn your head to the right, please? No, the left then. Okay. I'm just checking.
What are you checking?
But you got 2
It's
ears.
got to be here.
Why?
Because your picture on this thumbnail only had 1 ear. I was worried like it.
All right. Like, well, who's that painter who like whipped it off? Is it Vincent Van
Why are you
Gogh?
exaggerating? He has both ears, bro.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, Joe. I go worried.
Yeah, but the gold color is hiding his left ear. I explained it to you.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. There you are. You're a fraud, Wolfie. Always trying to start.
2 have ears, man. Look, they're both there, man. Bro.
As he starts, he's already training with the squad. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if I'm in, here's the thing. Eze is a better left winger than any left winger you have. And if Odegaard ain't fit, I expect Eze to start. Like, as an opponent of Arsenal this Sunday, I'm completely expecting Eze to be on the starting 11. Here's the thing. If it's an Isak situation and he wasn't training with Palace and he didn't play, fairs. But he's played like he's match fit.
He's fit, but it was giving you context about how unideal it is to not have Odegaard and Saka, who is like the glue and the controller of our team, and also Saka's our most dangerous player. So it's just annoying. I can say it's annoying, can't I? I don't have to like.
You can, but Martin, is it fair to say that since Saka's injury, he hasn't come back as the same Saka?
True. I think we look better once Saka went off, but people don't want to have that conversation. But we also look better once Odegaard went off. But it's
Agreed.
Leeds, and at that situation, we were already 4 goals up. So it's hard to really like put a pin in that. But yeah, I don't know if Joe wants to talk about the game, but I appreciate it.
You've probably already done it. We can move on.
No, we were waiting for you, but
I'll just add one point. If I was an Arsenal fan, secretly, as horrible as it sounds, I wouldn't mind Odegaard being out for a week or 2 and seeing what Eze could do in that position. I think Eze is so suited.
Big up, man.
Maybe if we were playing someone else other than Liverpool at Anfield, then I would totally agree. Like, it's like, yeah, give these guys a chance to gel. But right now, they don't have a chance to gel. You just got to straighten the lines then and win.
Bro, but think about it the other way around. Again, this is that Arteta mentality that seems to have seeped into you, Martin. If you're Eze, you're a boyhood Arsenal fan. This is your dream move. You're going to be chucked into the limelight against Liverpool at Anfield. If that doesn't motivate you to have the best debut you could dream of having, man, this guy should be pumped up for this game. I would be just like, you should be trying to hold him on the leash and just let him go as soon as the start whistle goes. And you just should be ready. That's stuff dreams are made of, this kind of debut. I could imagine me doing that Forest against the Derby. Well, Derby is shit now, so who cares? But do you get my point? There should be no motivation required for Eze.
I think you're putting too much pressure on Eze in that situation. Like, you're expecting him to come and control the game with players that he hasn't played with before. It's like you go into preseason with new players, you see that everyone's like passing the wrong way with the wrong power. They don't know who's running where. Like, it's disjointed as fuck when you take out your 2 best attackers. So I'm not going to be gaslit and decide that I need to be like chest and telling we're going to win and get clipped up by that some stupid Arsenal fan thinks they're going to come to Anfield and win 3-0 because yay, like I believe in my manager. Like it's not like that. It's like be realistic, give some respect to Liverpool, and understand that it's going to be an absolute cage fight in there.
But do you agree you've had the more controlled start this season than Liverpool's?
Well,
Objectively
everything's more
speaking,
controlled than Liverpool's start. It's like they go 2 goals up and then they're like, all right, let's get the beers out and see if they come back and attack us. Like,
yeah, but you would agree you want to see a 1-0 away at Old Trafford and a 5-0 at home over a 4-2 and a 3-2 last minute winner. It just feels more controlled, doesn't it? Feels like
I'd take a 5-0 over Man U any day. That would be fantastic. But yeah, realistically, a 1-0 is great. And the fact that they thought that they were like back because they lost 1-0, even more hilarious. It was a great weekend. But yeah, we've been very controlled, and the fact we've got 2 clean sheets. I mean, Spurs have 2 clean sheets. The data is like 2 games, so everyone trying to extrapolate the whole season from 2 games is crazy.
It's very small. I just think, like, I found it quite funny that Arsenal are getting so much stick for 6 goals, 6 points, none conceded. Where I look at it and think it's
Wolfie's very pro Arsenal today. Not like you, Wolfie.
I just call what I see on the pitch.
He's pressing.
I just call what I see on the pitch, and I think this is good signs for Arsenal. I do. Now, I just want to see that statement this weekend where they say we are ready to do this.
But then you say all that, and you're the one that predicted Liverpool to win. So now
I still think you win because of Arteta, bro. I've explained it. He won't go to win. That's the problem. He won't go to win. That's the issue. But
unfortunately, I agree with Wolfie. Unfortunately, I think Arteta is the type of manager that's like, I'd rather not lose than I'd rather win. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, would Arteta away at St. James's Park 2-2 bring on Rio Gomorrah to begin with? Probably not. Like, he's not the type of guy to bring on like Max Down.
You guys don't have any other choice but Rio. But like,
no, I'm saying Arteta would have done something completely opposite. Arteta would have brought on Leone and taken the draw. That's what I'm saying.
But Arteta just played Dowman, who's the youngest. I don't know. Anyway,
4-0 up against Leeds.
Yeah, but he's already in the squad. He's been playing 3 games in a row, whatever, in preseason. The only one who missed was Manchester United. I think you can't make a case that Arteta hates the kids anymore. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, wasn't Wanyeri? Didn't he make a younger debut?
Wanyeri's got the youngest, yeah. But if he took the goal, he would be the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League. But we didn't give him the penalty because.
Do you think if Arteta was drawing, say 1-1 with, should we say, Sheffield Wednesday in the second round of a Carabao Cup, he would put an attacker on, or do you think he'd play it out to penalties like till yesterday?
Was that a question about Dowman or like?
I'm just having a pop at Joe. He's not listening.
I'm not listening, man. I've just woke up, man. I've told you. We got beat by Sheffield Wednesday's kids. We got battered by Arsenal 5-0. We've got Newcastle at the weekend, and I'm feeling a little bit fragile, mate.
I know what woke him up. I know what woke him up from his nap. The Calvert-Lewin penalty landed at his window. And woke him up. Calvert-Lewin, your favorite player as well.
Do you know what? Player. It's not looking good, lads. Just because the lack of business and that, I'm nowhere near as confident as I was just a week ago. So.
Shit, you were less confident last week as well than you were the week before, bro. This isn't going in the right direction.
No, it's not, mate. You're right. You're the only one who's keeping me sane with the Forest stats. When you stayed up, you're like, no, it's all right, Joe. Don't worry.
I felt you needed that. That stat. I felt I sent it at the right time, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you did. We can do this, man. We can do this.
I'm interested to know your take, Joe, because I saw a lot of the pundits saying that Leeds were going to be like very hard to score against in the Premier League, and they bought a bunch of big guys that were going to be like very physical and stuff. How did you see that playing out? I know you didn't start a couple of the guys you signed, right?
Yeah, they've just come in the door, but I mean, fuck, I was pretty naive. I think the striker, why did he go with Pirro is still, I don't understand, because we had no outlet. But yeah, I'm just trying to play out from the back and stuff against you. It was a bit suicide, to be honest, and he can't do the same against Newcastle on the weekend because you'll end up with something similar, because even though they've got a few players out, they will press high, won't they, and try to retain the ball high up the pitch. But
if you can defend long throw-ins, you're good.
On corners.
What
Didn't
against
Liverpool take a
Newcastle?
long throw? Come on, man. I want
If you can defend long throw-ins, you're good against Newcastle.
Yeah, but
That's all you have to defend.
just to cheer Joe.
Wolfie is such an asshole because he knows, like Joe would literally rather talk about Liverpool Arsenal, and he knows Joe as well.
Remember we
He
said
knows
we were
right
going to
now.
talk about the Arsenal
Current
Leeds
moment in
game.
time, he just woke up
You
from his
said you
nap.
wanted to talk about the Arsenal Leeds game.
You
wanted to
know
wait
he
for
would
Joe.
rather speak about Liverpool Arsenal, but you're out here
I'm
asking him
here to
Leeds
cheer
questions.
him up. I'm here to cheer him up. If you let me
Get
finish
him
the
up.
damn
He's
sentence.
even more angry because you asked him that question.
What I was going to say, I was going to ask Joe, would you not agree for the first 30 minutes, you looked so organized and you were frustrating Arsenal? It was just silly defending on that corner. And that kind of opened up the floodgates. Like, do you not take solace from that first 29 minutes where you did look solid? You were frustrating them. You created the odd chance.
How was it silly defending from the corner, by the way? Because it was a good header. It was a good cross. Like, it required a very good scenario to get that in.
The cross is very good, but like when you see some of the stills, Jurriën Timber's in between both our centre backs, man. You shouldn't be getting that ball.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be getting that ball.
You have to head it on the finest angle through like
He's
five players.
He's not tall.
No, he's not tall either. Yeah. But no, I agree. Look, Arsenal are very good at set pieces. I think the second goal killed us just before half time, and that was from the six Gruev dawdling on the ball. But we don't have nowhere near as much time as they thought they did or are used to in the Championship, if that makes sense, because instead of releasing the ball, he's tried to carry it, take that extra touch, and then Rice has nicked it off him, and then Saka's in, and it's 2-0. So, yeah, the Premiership's unforgiving. The Premier League, sorry, is unforgiving, and Arsenal are one of the best teams. Listen, our fan base is in meltdown, right? Like, I've had to deal last night. I crashed out on my own stream because I've got them saying, sack the manager, and I'm going, what are we doing here? I said, it's 3 games in if you count last night in the cup, which was an embarrassment, but like I'm fighting, it's like civil war in the fan base, and I get right emotional and protective and stuff, me. So I get like angry if I'd be an Arteta, I'd be like Igal, I'd be an Arteta winner, you know what I mean? So I get like this.
J-Gal, man, J-Gal.
Yeah, man, Jigal. I'm Jigal.
Jiggle it, man.
I think it's a bit mad.
That's you making him feel better, right? You see how he's talking right
He's smiling and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
I am actually. You made me happy, man. You made me laugh. But yeah,
Wolfie is the biggest gaslighter. I promise you he's not trying to make Joe feel better. I promise you he is.
Wallahi,
This guy is the biggest lying gaslighter in the history of YouTube, bro.
All right. Joe will back me up. When they lost to Arsenal 5-0, I went through and I had to dig through all of Forest's results for that first season to find when Forest went to Emirates and lost 5-0. I sent Joe a screenshot of it with the date and said, don't worry, we lost to Arsenal roughly in the same game week, 5-0, and we stayed up. Keep your chin up. Joe, did I do that?
He did. He also reminded me like you got beat by Liverpool 6-0 a couple of weeks after.
Yeah, Man City the week before.
City, weren't it? And then you actually beat Liverpool 1-0 with Awoni, I think it was.
Exactly. And that was off stream, right? But because Hassam's such a little git, I had to now, bring off stream conversations on, right? So I'm keeping him cheered up, man. That's all.
I like how you guys are using the beatdowns to feel better.
Put 1 in the chat if you don't believe Wolfie. Just put the number 1 in the chat if you don't believe Wolfie.
All I care is that Joe would put a 1 in the chat. The rest of them can go do 1. But it was true. We lost. Do you remember that game? We lost 5-0. You absolutely slapped us in that game. I don't know if I've told you. I was at the game with my son, the Arsenal fan.
By the way, real me, hold that. You're going to sign Garnacho now. So hold that. So you know.
But it was the most painful father-son moment I ever had in the 84th minute when he turned to me. He's like, Daddy, if you want to leave early, we can go. Like, you know what I mean? When your son who's bantering you and stuff, feels sorry for you. But anyway.
No one believes. That's crazy.
No one believes me.
So Joe, based on the fact that you played Arsenal, what do you think is going to happen this Sunday, Liverpool-Arsenal game?
I think they beat you.
Ooh. Is that emotional Joe speaking, or
no? I do. I think. Well, I've watched both Liverpool games and also in the Charity Shield. I don't know. I just think Do you think? Then again, last season you did just win late on in St James's as well, didn't you? I think because it was Darwin Núñez, wasn't it? Did you get Darwin Núñez 2 off
That
the
was
bench?
2 seasons ago. Last year we drew 3-3. We came back from 2-1, I think it was, to 3-2. Salah scored twice. But then after that, Kelleher made the mistake. So
yeah. All right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. I just think they'll have a lot of control, Hussam, and you may struggle to create chances from them against them. Again, like you say, set piece, long throw, whatever it may be. Maybe Eze being in there. All it takes is one. All it takes is one for Arsenal. I thought Salah wasn't great again, Hussam. I know he gets the assist, which I'm annoyed at because I don't have him in my fantasy team either. And then he ends up getting an assist for Rio's goal, which was so frustrating. But I don't know. I mean, Thomas, you don't have to be rude and call me a dumbass, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm angry. I've just got woke up. I'll start calling you names, you bellend. But the thing is, I just feel that, yeah, they're very, very good, Arsenal. They are very good. So we'll wait and see, won't we? But if they get a goal early, let's say they... I mean, where are you at with it, Hussam?
where am I with it?
Yeah.
I think we will win at Anfield.
Right. Okay.
Because it's at Anfield, I fear no one at Anfield. At Anfield, I always put my balls on the table and just back my club always. Because it's just a fortress for me.
Yeah.
So I still back us to win. And I think the players who haven't performed maybe at the best level will rise to the occasion. That's the thing. Like we're going to rise to including him. I think we will rise to the occasion. I really believe we will rise to the occasion. And I think we're going to give Arsenal a test that they haven't had for a while now. Like, I don't think they've played the team as good as this, including us from last season. They haven't played the team as good as this because we have to remember last season we had Núñez up top, Diaz playing false nine, now got Hincapie who's been banging in the goals and been playing really well overall as well. I think Salah, look, you doubt Salah at your own risk. It's on you. You can doubt him all you want. You can say he's played like ass. He has done, but that's the best thing. Like, you doubt him, he comes back and he just slaps everyone. So I think we're going to get it over the line this Sunday. But I don't think it's going to be an entertaining game. I think Arsenal score a set piece, but we score 2 open play goals, and that's it. Like, I think we just win the game tactically. And yeah, I believe we're going to get the 3 points, to be honest with you. And that's just my honest thing.
Sorry, just because I've been sleeping, as you know. Where are we at with the Isak situation now?
Oh,
Nothing's changed.
Bro.
No,
Where we at with the
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, bro.
No, I've maintained since that he's not coming, and it's looking that way.
Actually, it's looking the other way because the PIF
go on.
delegation met with him, and they basically said that he said, "Nope, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to come back to training, etc., etc., etc." And just now, literally 3 minutes ago, according to Mark Douglas, who is the Northern correspondent for I forgot the name of the thingy, but anyway, he's like a good journalist anyway. He said Newcastle United are bracing themselves for a second bid.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this gets resolved quicker than we think, to be honest with you.
When
I
are
think
we?
it's gonna end up
You're running out of time.
I was worried about like the whole like the owners meeting with him, but the fact the owners met with him and he's still like, no, I'm going to leave, I'm not going to stay, I refuse to stay, blah blah blah, bro, that fills me with confidence, if anything. And Newcastle, just before we went live, are going to bid 60 million for Strand Larsen too.
That's mad, that, isn't it?
It is.
He's a good player.
When
are we allowed to start critiquing Wirtz? Just so I know the time frames of.
I started yesterday, so
that's a great question from Wolfie, who he himself said, of course we're going to give Wirtz bedding in period. Did not say that 2 months ago?
No, Habibi. I said with his price tag.
I will go back. I will go back to the clip.
Shot.
I will go back to the clip where you said
we're
because this is what you said. You told me that. How many GA do you expect or something? I said I expect 20 GA and expect him to perform in the big game. That's what I said. And I then proceeded to tell you, but we're just going to have to give him a bit of time at the start. And you're like, yeah, of course, that's a given. We're going to have to give every new signing 4 or 5 games. That's what Wolfie said.
Well, what did I just ask now?
Why are you asking a question you know the answer to yourself? That's the $1 million
I'm
question.
just saying, man. I'm just saying, with price tags come different criteria on betting in periods.
That wasn't the point that you brought up at the start, mister.
I'm
Do you
bringing
think
it
there's a
up
chance
now.
that
Whatever
Wirtz is
BS
struggling because of the system or the way that Liverpool play? Is in like, you guys aren't necessarily a possession team, right? You like to attack on the transition, and Wirtz is supposed to be really good at that stuff, right? But you're not having these periods where you're just passing the ball around the edge of the opposition box. It's kind of like a little bit more back and forth. Do you think that's
I think
affecting
Wirtz is
stability?
just playing football in slow motion right now. As soon as he gets used to the pace of the league, it's going to be all good. The thing is, for me, look, this is this Sunday will be the first time we're gonna play the midfield 3 together, which is Maka, Gravenberch, and Wirtz. The first game there wasn't Gravenberch. The second game there wasn't McAllister. Yesterday, if you notice, he was in front of Ekitike picking up those pockets, but Gravenberch and Szoboszlai and all these guys are nowhere near good enough passers to find him in those pockets. McAllister is. So that's the difference that it will make Florian Wirtz. And I expect him to be more involved on Sunday. And I expect him to do well, to be honest with you. Like, I know Wirtz will do well, but he just needs time because he's not used to the pace of the league. That's all.
Okay.
It's just about getting used to the pace of the league, to be honest with you. That's all.
Kirkes doesn't have the same excuse because he's Premier League ready, right? So he might be having a hard day. If Madueke is playing on the right, he looked pretty good on the right. So I suspect that's going to be a good battle. But the midfield's probably going to be where it's won and lost. Whether if Eze comes in as in the midfield or he's on the wing, that's a different scenario. If Odegaard's playing, I'd feel a bit better about our press.
Kirkes shocked me in all the wrong ways.
What's that?
He shocked me in all the wrong ways.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's the one player probably everyone on the panel would went like, he's gonna bed in quickly, Premier League proven, blah, and all of a sudden, like, first 2 games, I'm like, yeah. The fucked up part is yesterday, before we conceded the first goal, which was completely his fault, I actually thought he was like all right, you know, respectable performance, nothing great, nothing amazing. And then Bruno Guimaraes just rides him and wins the header, and he just sat there doing this. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? Come on, Kirkes. Like, where are we going with this? It's just,
he's been shocking. Bad.
Yeah. Caught out of position a few times too.
Oh, bad.
He's overdoing it, ain't he, Joe? I feel like he's overly aggressive, over trying to do too hard. He just needs to calm down. And then exactly. I think he was overhyped last year, to be honest, at Bournemouth. Yeah, you know
what the mad thing is? That Truffet they've got at left back now looks a baller. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they knew something you didn't. I don't know. We'll see though, won't we? We'll see. But he has looked very shaky, to be honest.
He has done.
Bring back Roberts, man. Bring back Roberts.
Soboszlai looked like your best.
Roberts. The Leeds game has you by the balls. Yeah. The Leeds game has you by the balls. It happens. It's just the Carabao Cup, Joe. You don't have to be this upset about it. It's just Carabao Cup.
Oh, no.
It's okay. We've all lost on penalties before. It's nothing crazy. Don't worry about it.
But Joe lost
you just have to worry about your Conference League prediction. Anyway, go ahead, Martin.
I was saying Soboszlai looked good at right back. Is he going to be right back at Anfield, or is Frimpong coming back? Or
It's funny because this is actually one of the conversations that's being had in the Liverpool fan base too, which is like, do we just run Soboszlai back at right back again? And low key, I'm not against it if it gives us an extra body in midfield. So it's going to be McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz ahead of them, like with him inverting basically, like the Thomas Partey inverted thing. But Szoboszlai is a lot more athletic. He's a worse passer than Partey, but he's a lot more athletic. So I think that's the thing for me.
He played well, didn't he, at right back?
He did, yeah.
He did.
Yeah. Surprised me. Because he'd only done 20 minutes there in preseason or something. So I thought it's a bit early in the season to be like getting your midfielders playing the right backs. But we've seen it before with Partey and stuff. And no one liked it. And everyone thought it was a stupid idea. But Szoboszlai has the physical and the athleticism to kind of keep up with whoever was there. I thought Barnes was pretty crap for what his standards were. But Elanga and Gordon look more dangerous. But we'll see. We'll see who we even play. I don't even know.
There's been so many big games early doors this season, man.
There's a lot more to come. We got
Yeah, there's Man United, Man City, Man United, Chelsea coming up, isn't it? Like, I know that's not a big game in context of the league, but like in stature of teams, obviously you two play each other.
we play City and Newcastle and like the next couple of games.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
we play Forest too, so I have no idea what.
Arsenal play Forest after the international break. Yep, and then City play United as well. So yeah.
And again, this is why I look at Arsenal.
The week after is the Merseyside derby, by the way, and then after that it's like Arsenal City. So it's just never ending.
I look at Arsenal and say, if this period they come through it pretty clean, then you got to say they've broken the back of a lot of hard games. They got to be taken seriously. Like, I'm surprised with their start, to be honest. I thought they could finish 4th this season. I think I predicted them 4th, but so far they've been boringly professional.
We just keep buying defenders.
Speaking of, I do want to ask you about that in a second now. Just before we do that, guys, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Let me just grab these super chats and then we're going to carry on. I just want to ask you a question about the Hincapie thing. And then we're gonna wrap up. Big up to Emmanuel says, Martin, be a man and stop the excuses. He's better than Mo and any of our left wingers combined. He's fit and already started 2 games, including the Community Shield.
Yeah, I'm just a different fan. That I don't take one game and I take the whole season to work out an opinion. I have my own opinion. So if you guys want to be crazy and say, Eze, he's going to come in, he's going to dominate at Anfield, he's going to score 2 goals or whatever, that's up to you. I'm not getting clipped up for silly stuff. I don't give him that kind of level of expectation.
Eze is definitely not better than Mo, Emmanuel.
So what you're suggesting that Eze is better than Mo Salah?
Martin Odegaard.
Oh, right, okay, fucking hell.
Oh, Martin Odegaard, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. I thought you meant Mo.
He's a campaign against Odegaard, which has gone too far. I don't think people appreciate what he does to the team, let alone, they're just looking at the creative side and make a through pass or have a shot, but they're not looking at everything else that he does as a captain as far as organizing our defense, which makes us the best defense in the league.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, man. It's like, do you know what I call them? G&A merchants. If you don't score a goal or get an assist, you've had a bad game, according to some. And it's just not true, man. It's just not true.
I just don't have the energy to fight people on it. People are going to run agendas on the players and they just pick a scapegoat and they go nuts, absolutely nuts. Like Martinelli, for example, probably can't play football anywhere because he's turned into a punchline. Just because he doesn't score enough for people or something. He doesn't look up enough.
He was shit away at Old Trafford. Big up to Fonzie, says the first guy to have a shit Wednesday on a Tuesday. Great. See, Fonzie, now you're back. See, that's an elite jump right there. That's what I expect.
That's a quality super chat. I can't lie.
Thoughts on that super chat, Joe?
Yeah, man. Good man. He's funny. Well done.
Bro, I've worked for 59 minutes to cheer Joe up, and with one line, his shoulders slumped.
Joe will win next week. He'll be fine.
Yeah, man. True. We've got Newcastle at the weekend. You know what, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They got no one left.
They're beaten, battered, and bruised. So we're gonna hopefully come through that, man. If we can get a point there, everything will be fine again.
150 million Wirtz, the bomb can't even string a pass. Best player in the league, Cole Palmer, can get an open play goal in the league since January. Do you know that Wolfie, Joe, and Martin have the same amount of open play goals as Cole Palmer? That's crazy. And he's been here in the country for the whole time. Anyway, make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Yeah, and Wirtz. He's played 2 Premier League games. He has the same exact amount of overplay goals.
Wait, I saw a stat the other day that Wirtz as well as 1 outfield goal in 2025. I don't know how true it was. I was just flicking through. Is that true?
That's not a true stat. No, that's not.
True.
Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I just want to keep this going for just 10 minutes and then we're going to wrap up. Mr. Martin, Hincapie is on his way.
Yeah.
What do you make of Arsenal's transfer window if you do sign Hincapie? Do you think you got the best squad in the league? Where are you with it?
I don't know where this guy came from, but from what I've seen recently, he's actually probably a very good offset to the Calafiori. If we're moving Lewis Skelly into midfield, it kind of makes sense to have an all-action left back that's going to bomb on past Eze or something. But I think we're just hoarding defenders while everyone else is busy doing something else, focusing on Isak. And I'm a big fan of it. I'd like to corner the entire market of centre-backs. So if anyone needs one, they've got to come to us and we control the price. It's kind of like a Chelsea thing where you hoard all the players and then they have to buy from you. So
price fixing, yeah.
You guys should be in for this Hincapie guy. You guys need backup a left centre-back and a left back or whatever. I think you guys should have been in for Eze too. I don't understand why it was really only Arsenal and Spurs that went in for Eze. I thought Chelsea would go in for him. I thought Liverpool could need him. But it is what it is. We're moving kind of crazy, and everyone expects us to have to sell before we buy. And I think maybe that's letting us go under the radar a little bit because we just keep going and adding stock to it. So I'm all for it. As an Arsenal fan who lived through the Wenger years, I have PTSD when it comes to defending, so I have no problem adding more actual quality. Actually, like really good centre backs, like Mosquera, I've been very surprised with. He was like 15 mil or something, and he looks like he's better than a Tomiyasu or whatever that was here for years. So every upgrade just makes us feel more and more confident that we're not going to end up with a Rob Holding and Jenkinson defense line in the Champions League when we need it at the end of the season.
That feels a bit happy clapper to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Feels what?
A bit happy clapper. Like, yeah, it's done it. I'm happy
here
with
we
the
go.
business. Right, because look, he's a very good player.
You want me to be mad about signing centre backs?
No, I'm not asking you to be mad. I think the real question is, should you not have addressed still, I think that left side needs more strengthening. Now, I know you're going to say Eze. For me, Eze isn't a natural left winger and what have you. I still think you're short on the left-hand side. I actually still think you need a backup striker as well. On top of that, if I'm being honest with you, because Havertz is not a striker still. So I just think
he's not a striker, but he's a false nine. We've got Jesus coming back from injury in like a month or two.
He'll get injured again.
Sell him. I don't like Rodrygo. I think he's an absolute bum cuck, happy to sit on the bench at Real Madrid. He doesn't want anything for his career. I don't want to see him at my team. The only one I would want on the left wing is Leal, but I think he's going to be like an Isak level of price tag, so prohibitive. And as far as the other choices, maybe a Semenyo or something, but Bournemouth are going to try and hold on to that guy for 80 mil, 90 mil or something.
I hear that, but we're talking about Hincapie, who's not, like, his natural position is centre back. I know he can play left back and what have you, but he's not getting in ahead of a fit Gabriel and a fit Saliba. I'm talking, if you don't want to go for a Rodrygo or a Leao, there still is options that strengthen that left side that you can do better with. You could go for a Fofana, who hasn't moved from Lyon, for example. He could be very good. You got Akliouche at Monaco. I prefer him on the right side, but he can play on the left. These are players that add attacking depth to that front line. I think defensively, you'll always be able to cover. Like, if you had no left back, you could play Timber at left back and bring Ben White at right back, for example. Do you know what I mean? You could play Timber in the middle. He can cover in the central positions. I just feel like this end bit of the window, you're kind of addressing backups where there's still, for me, this gaping hole of pure quality on the left-hand side. I don't think Martinelli's the player he was 2 years ago. Prasad is getting on. And Madueke, is he really left-sided? We'll have to wait and see. So I still think
you're underestimating as a left wing starter. I think that's the most likely position for him when everyone's fit to be on the left wing. So I don't think there's room for another left winger right now. And look, all the guys we're linked with, like Nico Williams and these guys, they're just running on hype. Like, there's no guarantee they're going to be any better than a Trossard or Martinelli once they get to the Premier League. So I'm actually quite happy with our attacking depth. I think we've got 9.
I think Arsenal probably had the best window ever for them in the modern era.
Yeah, but Hassem, if I say to you, how many of these players have moved the needle?
I don't think I don't think Arteta's missing any ingredient at this moment in time. I think everything is there now.
Okay, but how many of these players they've bought have brought them closer to winning the title? I would say 2. I would say Gyokeres and Eze.
Gyokeres, Eze, Zubimendi.
No, Zubimendi you can't say, because Zubimendi may or may not be better than Partey. The likelihood is you can say on par if we're being...
I think Hincapie will start.
Partey.
I think Hincapie will start. I'm telling you all, I'm making a prediction early. I think he's going to be the starting left back. I don't think he'll be depth.
We'll see.
I genuinely believe that. I think Hincapie is that good, to be honest with you. So I think he's going to be...
He's making a very good case for starting. I think he's got what is it, a goal and an assist already in 2 games. But he opens up that left side. Whether or not Eze is going to just take control of the world now and just become this free-flowing Del Piero, creating goals and putting the ball top corner, like, I don't know. But I think we've got a lot of options now, and it would be very greedy for me to say, oh, I'm not happy unless I've got a left winger. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Wolfie, they signed like 4 starters, because you have to count Zubimendi as well. So Zubimendi is a starter, Joker is a starter, Eze is a starter. He's going to start on the left. I think Hincapie will start for them as well, but that's just a prediction. So they've minimum signed 3 starters, and they've signed 5 depth players. But so now you have all the ingredients you need to bake the cake.
No, but I'm
That's not
saying,
the
look,
point. The
if I
point
look
is
at
they have
this,
all the ingredients they need now.
no, but if you look at their starting 11, let's say their strongest starting 11 last season versus their current strongest starting 11 this season, I would say there's only 2 players there, and it depends on what he does with Eze. But let's grant you he's going to play him on the left. I look at that and think Arsenal are only stronger up front and on the left-hand side if you're going to grant Eze.
Yeah, but that was their biggest weakness last year.
Okay, but is that enough to close the gap to a gap that was already there to Liverpool?
Yes, he has everything he needs, Wolfie. That was my point. But now it's up to the chef to bake the cake.
I'm not convinced.
You're kind of asking 2 questions there because the starting 11 is one question, but the backups are the other question. Now, when my bench has Kukuri and these players that I've never seen kick a ball for Arsenal in the semi-finals of the Champions League on my bench, there's an issue there because the manager can't really change the game. Now he can change the game. He's got no excuses. He can put Eze in the midfield. He can put Martinelli on the left. He can put Eze on the left. He can put Rice up there. Like there's a lot of combinations. And I think Zubimendi is an upgrade on Partey because one, Partey was like very immobile as he was slowing down with his older age. He's not very good once he gets beaten. It's kind of like Jorginho, head running up, like this kind of thing. He doesn't have the same energy as he did. And Zubi shows up like on the wing. He shows up in the box. He's happy to be all over the place, and he looks like he's been there for ages. And he's a very good tempo controller. So I think we've got an upgrade there. Whether or not Rice plays left 8 or Eze plays there or Odegaard's in, like there's just a lot of ways to like configure us now that make it hard to beat. So yes, backups were looking better. Starting a lineup, it obviously filled the 2 holes, and there's only so much you can improve on that team defensively, midfield, attacking.
I think Arsenal now have the best squad in the league. That's not me gaslighting, it's reality. Squad wise, they have everything they need. So it's now on the chef to cook. It's as simple as that. Let me grab these 2 supers for a wrap up. Big up to Deutscher Kopite who says, "Hi Hussam, hope all is well. Thoughts on Konate? You think we should bring in Gomez in instead?" No, because I actually think Konate's physicality is needed against gyokeres in terms of pace, power, athleticism. I think that's something that's required. And I do, if I'm like Slot, I'm going to give him like a big like speech before the game to not bottle it because he needs to perform and he needs to perform at that level. We need Konate back from the Champions League final. Starting lineup will be Martinelli, gyokeres, Madueke, Eze. Martinelli will do what he's best at doing. Problem for Liverpool. Liverpool need to beat, not the other way. Yeah, but remember, he had a great time against Trent. Trent ain't there anymore. That's the thing. So you're looking at a different side now with either Bradley or Szoboszlai there. So I think that will be easy pickings for whichever one of them plays. If Martinelli plays the way he did away at Old Trafford, that wouldn't be a problem for us. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. Forest Fan TV is in the description. Please give him a subscribe. Martin has.
We didn't talk about Forest. I don't know if Wolfie wanted to had a second to talk about.
I don't have time, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have time.
I tried, Wolfie. Let it be known I tried.
Yeah, and no one cares about Forest as well. No one cares about Forest. Big up to Just Joe Football Show as well as in the description. Forest Fan TV is in the description. Go give them all a subscribe.
Sorry for being late, man. Sorry for being late.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, guys, let me just show you the reason why Joe woke up. Just quickly, I'm trying to make Joe feel better. That's how we're gonna end the stream. This stream's gonna take you over to Egal Talks Football, where I'm headed. Yeah, big up to all of you guys. Like the video on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. This is why Joe woke up. This ball landed in his back garden.
England's number 9. England's number 9. He's just rusty.
England's number 9. Calvert-Lewin. There you are. There you are. Great. Fantastic stuff.
We need the Carabao anyway.
Let's just watch that quickly again. Just quickly. Let's just watch that
I can't
quickly.
believe he's got the 9 shirt, man. That's Bamford's shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not. He's in the
cursed.
21s.
It's cursed.
It's funny because Joe really wanted Calvert-Lewin as well. Anyway, guys,
he didn't.
I know.
But when he came in, I have to support him, man, don't I?
Yeah, he wears the kit now. I agree. Anyway,
Yeah, man.
see you guys over on Igal's channel, and we have Ahwa tonight. Remember, peace out.